After making the playoffs for just the second time in 18 years, the Minnesota Timberwolves played a dangerous gamble by trading for three-time Defensive Player of the Year, Rudy Gobert. And while it was a risky move, many people claim the deal to be a fleece by the Utah Jazz, something I clearly don't agree with. Matter of fact, I'm here to tell you that the Timberwolves were not only smart to make this move, but will consequently be among the top contenders in the West for years to come. But before we get into that, be sure to leave a like on the video, as each like makes a tremendous difference for the channel, and also sub for more content like this. To start off, we need to talk about why the Timberwolves did this deal in the first place. The Timberwolves had an eventful season last year and generated buzz that they hadn't had in a long time. We finally got to see D'Lo and Cat work in tandem during the regular season. Ant improved in year 2 and looked like a superstar in the playoffs, and Coach Finch helped this team to overachieve defensively compared to previous seasons. However, the season ended in just a 6-game defeat in the first round to the Grizzlies in a series they could have won, blowing two 25-point leads in Game 3 and blowing an 11-point lead in Game 5 with just 6 minutes to go. At this point, the Timberwolves had to look across the Western Conference landscape and realize that they're not good enough. They lost to another young upcoming team in 2022. The Clippers are now back with the return of Kawhi Leonard. The defending champs are getting Wiseman back, along with improved versions of Clay, Poole, Kuminga, and Moody. The Pelicans are getting Zion back, and the Nuggets are getting MPJ and Murray back in the fold. Consequently, by trading for Gobert, the T-Wolves will build off of last year's success and become a prominent force in the West. So, what exactly are the T-Wolves getting in Gobert? Well, they're getting a generational talent that is one of the best rim protectors that we've seen in a very long time. Given how porous the Jazz's perimeter defense is, Gobert has been almost single-handedly making them an elite defense over the years. For example, in 2021, the Jazz's defensive rating with Gobert on the floor was 103.7, which would have been the best mark in the league by far. But when he was off the floor, they would have had just the 28th worst defense in the league. Even in 2022, the Jazz's defensive rating with him on the floor was 108, which would have been the 3rd best mark in the league. But when he was off the floor, the Jazz would have had the 25th worst defense. Staying in 2022, Gobert was 2nd in field goals defended per game, held opponents to 6.4% worse than their normal field goal percentage, was 1st in defensive rebounding percentage, and was 3rd in blocks per game. That's just scratching the surface of what Gobert brings defensively, and as a whole, you should expect this T-Wolves team to be elite on that end of the floor. The T-Wolves had the 13th ranked defense last year, and now with Gobert, the average wingspan of the projected starting 5 is an impressive 7'2". Moreover, Gobert is definitely going to make an impact on the offensive end as well. Gobert is a great roller that shoots 71% on field goals out of the pick and roll. He's one of the best screen setters in the league and was 1st in screen assist and screen assist points last season. The Timberwolves did keep an exceptional passer in D'Angelo Russell in that deal, so expect him and Gobert to run many pick and rolls and for him to be utilized as a lob threat. Also, Karl-Anthony Towns' ability to stretch the floor at an elite level mitigates the lack of floor spacing from Gobert. Additionally, people might have concerns over Gobert's apparent defensive lapses in the playoffs, but as I've stated in previous videos, those are mostly a myth. Does Gobert have Bam Adebayo's mobility and effectiveness at the perimeter? No. But to sit here and act as if he's the crux in the Jazz's defensive shortcomings is beyond laughable. Gobert has been placed in so many situations where his teammates easily get beat off the dribble, causing him to try to compensate for their lapses and throwing off the team's defensive structure. I don't expect this to happen in Minnesota given the presence of Jaden McDaniels and the strides that D'Lo and Edwards have made on the defensive end. But you could raise concerns regarding KAT's ability to guard in space, as he's now going to be defending more mobile power forwards. Another concern you could raise about this deal is the 4 first-rounders that the T-Wolves gave up in the deal. But, as I alluded to earlier, this is a gamble that the team was willing to make. This isn't the 2014 Nets situation where they traded for aging stars and mortgaged their future because of it. The T-Wolves are a young team building towards a winning identity, and accelerating that process should have been in the cards. As we certainly all know, the T-Wolves are far from perfect when it comes to drafting, and we have no clue where those 3 unprotected picks will land years from now if the Timberwolves are a great team. Referencing this tweet that I saw, the author says that if we look back at a random set of 4 firsts would have been 10 years earlier, you'd have guys like Solomon Hill, Gerald Martin, John Collins, and Rui Hachimura. And it's safe to say that a package of those combination of players wouldn't fetch you Rudy Gobert. Moreover, let's further get into why I'm a firm believer in the Timberwolves. Anthony Edwards quickly lived up to the hype of being the #1 pick and has quickly quieted his doubters. He's already a 21-5-4 guy in the regular season with improved efficiency from the previous year. But in his first playoffs, we saw a glimpse of what he could be in the near future, being the T-Wolves' best player and shooting a very efficient 40% on 10 threes a game. By this time next year, I can guarantee that Anthony Edwards will be an all-star, as he'll get to the line more than ever before, he'll be even more efficient from the outside, and I expect his playmaking to improve as well. Karl-Anthony Towns isn't a slouch either, as even though he didn't have the most consistent of playoff performances, he's still one of the best offensive players in the league, making 25-10-4 look extremely easy. And let's not forget that he's still one of the best shooting bigs that we've ever seen, shooting 41% on 5 threes a game last season, and with that being the 4th season of his career where he shot at least 40% from 3. Additionally, Jaden McDaniels continues to be a versatile swingman for the team, and D'Angelo Russell, though also not having a great postseason, is still an ultra valuable playmaker for this team and can break down a defense and give you 20 on any given night. The Western Conference is tough no matter how you slice it, and the T-Wolves certainly won't be the favorites among teams like the Golden State Warriors and the LA Clippers. But by taking initiative, the Timberwolves have the potential to challenge the best of the best. Thank you so much for your time, and please comment down below how you feel about the Rudy Gobert trade. Did the Timberwolves give up too much? And also, does this trade make them contenders out west? Let me know in the comment section down below. Be sure to leave a like to support the channel and sub for more content like this. Hope to see you all in the next one, and stay tuned.